The latest in rally news from here and around the world. R2G Rally Radio.
Good afternoon, Booker here with R2G Rally Radio. Our second update for the afternoon with the weather still coming in and raining and going and coming. It's all go out there in the 2024 Daybreaker Rally. But we have Alana and Chris Grant with us. Alana.
Thanks, Booker. Yes, welcome back to our coverage of the Daybreaker Rally powered by Brian Green Properties. This is the last real tricky stage of the event at 30.9 kilometres, the infamous Ridge Road, which has claimed quite a few title contenders in the past, Chris. So I heard some stories earlier about how many cars this infamous stage has claimed over the years. What do you remember most about Ridge Road?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Lana. It is a notorious, iconic, whatever the descriptive word you want to particularly use. It is renowned in New Zealand rallying as a very, very challenging piece of road, whichever direction it is run in. And it certainly has had a deciding impact on not just who's won the Daybreaker Rally in years gone by, but who's won the New Zealand Rally Championship as well, too. The likes of Neil Allport, Rhys Jones, I think Chris West, a number of the best in the country of their various eras have suffered at the hands of the Ridge Road stage. So yes, very, very challenging piece of road. And we're just looking now, and I can see that Hayden Padden is tracking through and is currently sitting, as you said, a 30k stage. We've got him listed around about the 20k mark at the moment. So he's powering on to the finish. And of course, after that, depending on what the weather gods have to decree, we'll have the final power stage, the final arena super special stage to wrap things up after the big regroup at the Palmerston North Arena. So right now, Hayden working his way through at the 8k split point. We had him 20 seconds up on Brendan Reeves, which has been pretty much par for the course. Ben Hunt, 19.7, only just 0.3 of ahead of Brendan. So one is just whether Brendan's actually getting comfortable in the car now, and Ben's back is playing up more. Emma Gilmore was 32 seconds down. Zeal Jones, probably the driver of the rally for him after nipping a power stage point off Ben Hunt. How crucial could that be by the time we get to 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 by recording the second fastest time to Hayden Padden in the stage 9, the Macbeth NZRC power stage. He's continuing his great form. He's 9 seconds faster than Emma to the 8k split point. Hayden McKenzie sitting 28 or 29 seconds back. Andrew Graves still powering on in the Cat 5 Evo 3 Mitsubishi Lancer. He's 36 seconds down. And maybe an issue for 𝗥𝗱𝗏𝗆. That is pretty substantial difference there. He's dropped a minute 23 getting to the 8k mark, whereas John McDonald in the 8.6 Impreza is 58 seconds, so 25 seconds faster getting to that point. So maybe late. Again, could this be the first example of the sting in the tail with Ridge Road claiming another significant runner in the NZRC? So watch the space for the progress of 𝗥𝗱𝗏𝗆 as he tries to get his way through that final Ridge Road, or this final attempt at Ridge Road stage.
Yes, thanks, Chris. And kind of talking about the weather, we have heard mixed reviews from the drivers actually all throughout the day around varying grip levels and various moisture levels. And I'm actually sitting here in Palmerston North now at the Central Energy Trust Arena, where the Super Special is set to take place later this afternoon. But I have to say, I can see rain clouds to the north and the south, but it's still currently dry here. But I suspect that it's probably wet up towards Ridge Road, which will no doubt throw a bit of a spanner in the works out there, so to speak, as the cars track through that stage.
Yeah, certainly looking the way. I know Booker is based out of Ohakea, and he's saying that he's getting some Sanson area. He's getting some rain now, so things could well be sweeping through. And I think one of the problems or the issues could be the fact, of course, we've got this regroup after stage 10 at the arena, where all the cars are going to come in and then be sent back out if they are going to run the super special stage in reverse order. So we've got an hour's worth of time. We'll be sitting waiting to actually gather in all the cars and then work out the order they're going to run out in. So yes, it might well be the weather has the final say in whether that stage can actually proceed competitively or not.
Indeed. And, Chris, I'm really keen to pick up this conversation about 𝗥𝗱𝗟𝗍 Jones, who's had a blinder of a rally so far and certainly appears to be the next up-and-coming talent on the New Zealand rally scene. What do you make of his performance throughout the day?
Oh, exceptional job. The family team, it's nephew driving with auntie co-driving in dad's car, or the family car. So the family Skoda, unlike the ones you see with the flashing lights on top out on the highways, this 𝗥𝗱𝗏𝗼𝗏 R5 is getting a great workout today. And 𝗥𝗱𝗍, he's absolutely been consistent. His worst stage placing, which really counts for nothing, was on the super special stage where he recorded the 5th fastest time. Since then, he's gone 4th, second, third, and second. And when you consider that he's up against the like of a champion driver from Australia, a Pirelli Star winner, and Brendan Reeves in the AP4 Hyundai, that car's never been beaten on an NZRC round in all its 15 outings so far. Emma Gilmore, he's got her under control. And the famous last words on my part, I might add. But there's a lot of other far more experienced drivers than this young guy. And he's probably, shall we say, representing the Elite Motorsport Academy wonderfully, with having learnt an awful lot from his time down there. I think he actually won the event down there, but then finished second at the overall review of his particular intake. But no, fabulous young guy, knows what he's doing, really, really conscious of his sponsors, and dare I say, in rally parlance, making every post a winner.
Indeed, and actually, speaking of sponsors, I would just like to give a little shout out to the Daybreaker Rally sponsors here. Thank you to Brian Green Properties, Harcourts, AFC Motorcycles, GearTech, Palmerston North City Council, and the Central Energy Trust Arena. And lastly, this wouldn't be possible without the support of the Manawatu District Council and the Rangitikei District Council, and of course the hundreds of volunteers out there today who have had some quite atrocious weather conditions at times. But it sounds like Lance Hasty is now at the end of Special Stage 10. Lance, what does it look like out there right now?
Looks like really is. It actually looks really good. So glad to be here before the first car. It is very similar to how it was at the end of Stage 10. It is beautifully calm, but mizzly. There you go. I'll use that word again. It's mizzly. There is a bit of cloud hanging in the treetops, the high treetops, and just very, very, very light drizzle. And I guess you're going to give me the answer to the question, how far away is car 1?
He's not far away. He is approaching the last split point there, which is only a few 5Ks, I think, from the end of the stage there, last. So he shouldn't be too far away. But I'm also kind of keen to pick up, Chris, with you. There is also sort of a little battle emerging between Emma Gilmore and Brendan Reeves. There's only a few seconds separating them heading into this mammoth 30-kilometre stage. What's your pick at the end of this stage? Looks like we might have lost Chris, but we will come back to Chris. But Lance, you probably have some thoughts there. You've been talking to both Emma and Brendan all day. What do you think is going to eventuate?
It is going to fall as it falls. The two of them have been doing their own thing. They've been doing their own rally. For Brendan, it was coming here and getting to the finish as quickly as he can. He really had no other objectives than that. He obviously made that comment at the end of Special Stage 8 about softening the sway bars, and made all the difference. He's obviously got getting to grips with the car, but he's got on top of its handling, and he's able to push on. And in some ways it's similar for Emma. It's been a very long time since she's really been fully up to speed with that car. She's been itching to get those quality stage kilometres, and this is the event where she really is getting that. It is all coming together. So it is a two-horse race, but they're running their own separate races.
Thanks, Lance. I can see that Hayden is edging ever closer to that second split point, which is at the 25.9 kilometre point. But we have quite a number of cars in the stage at the moment before they head back into the city for the regroup here at Central Energy Trust Arena. Lance, what does the road condition look like out there?
Well, having driven the stage just over a week ago and a few hours, It was in superb condition then, and a majority of it, there was just little wisps of dust. And with this very, very, very light drizzle that's falling, you can still see a very hard base in underneath with just light gravel on the top. And that's at the Finnis Road end. This is the finish control. It's very similar up at the start. There is a little section about 2/3 of the way through, 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆𝗆 from memories, where that section of road has just been regraded. And it sounds like a Hayden pattern approaching very quickly, and it is very soft in through there. Otherwise, the rest of it is fast. It is fast and open. And as I said, Hayden's in a hurry to get here. You can tell.
Certainly, he's been on fire all day. Certainly, kind of doesn't want to be taking it easy. But also wants to make sure that he gets to the finish. And those conditions have been changing all day. But I can definitely hear a Hayden car. Has he made it to the stop there?
Yes, Hayden's just pulling up to the line here now. We'll be able to have a quick word with Hayden. Hayden, Ridge Road, that's got to be the favourite for the event.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's obviously a bit different to the last two, but yeah, obviously just enjoying it. Obviously tricky conditions. The grip's still changing quite a lot. So some places the grip's good, some places are really sippy, but yeah, just a lot of fun.
And in terms of the overall performance, another mission achieved, those faster stage times?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're just obviously just worried about doing our own thing, so we're just focusing on doing the best job we can, enjoying it when the car's working so well, like it has been here again this weekend. It just makes it so enjoyable. So yeah, so far so good. Obviously one to go, so don't want to catch chickens before they hatch.
Exactly. Very wise words. So that's Hayden Patton through the stop control for the final gravel stage.
Thanks, Lance. It's definitely been a tale of changing conditions for the day. We should have Brendan Reeves with you shortly, and it will be interesting to hear how he thinks the day has gone, given that he's changed those damper settings in his car and seemed to really enjoy that setup change leading into the stage.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm being teased by the stop control here with sweeties, lollies, as sweeties as Colin Clark would call them, lollies as Helen Cameron would call them. But duty calls, and here comes Mr. Reeves. You have to say the gap is a little bit more than a minute. And I'm just wondering if we've actually got a time. He's probably coming through the flying finish round about now, and then there'll be the wind down to the stop control. But certainly a big gap between these two cars.
We've just got a time of 22:59.4, Lance, for Hayden. Sorry, that time took a while to come through. Not sure quite why. But, yeah, so 22.59, so just on 30 minutes to get through that 30k stage. Sorry, 23 minutes to get through that 30k stage.
Okay, Brendan, well, you've accomplished a rather large mission as far as finishing the Daybreaker Rally, so congratulations there. Well, there's still one stage to go, but completing the large portion of it, the gravel stages, was that your favourite?
I reckon if we did a second pass, it probably would be. A lot of loose gravel, a lot of sweeping, probably too loose a driving style, but I was trying to get it through, trying to drive fast. It feels fast, but it's probably not. But we're really happy with our progression over the day. We started the day slower than we wanted to, but we've finished faster, so that's the main thing.
And you finished even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, Lance. Yeah, exactly as Brendan has just said, he was actually 15 seconds faster than Ben Hunt to the 26k split point. So perhaps Brendan would like to go out and do the rally again, and we'd see a whole different result.
I think, to be fair, Chris, a lot of the drivers would say that there's gaps in their schedule that they would like to fill with spending time in the seats and getting to grips with their cars.
Ask Ben about his back.
So, sorry, say again, Chris?
Ask Ben how his back is. Has it affected him?
Ben, how's your back? Has it affected you?
Yeah, I was suffering pretty bad through there. It's glad it's over. I'm probably at this point, I'm probably glad that stage was cancelled this morning. It's a good day. I enjoyed it. It's just hard work.
As far as Ridge Road, you've done sections of it before. It's going to be a favourite for this event, surely.
Yeah, it's a grouse stage. Just coming down that hill at the end there, it's magic, so can't really beat it.
Well, there you go, Chris. A very informed question with a very clear answer. It has been troubling him, but has that really reflected in the times? I guess we'll never know.
Yep. Yeah, well, again, 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 is the man on a mission too. He's only 2.8 seconds slower than Brendan Reeves to that 26k point. So he's made up 12 seconds on Ben Hunt. So definitely not showing that power stage performance of second fastest outright was any sort of flash in the pan. So hopefully he can steer a steady path and bring his auntie safely to you, Lance.
Yes, and speaking of safely to the stop control, 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆. Looking neat and tidy. Certainly the cars as they're coming through, the fronts are clean, that little bit of moisture on the roads, giving them a wash. Emma, a bit of relief there, but also I'm sure you'd want to go and do it again.
Yeah, it just didn't work for us that well in that stage. Just, I know if it was the notes or, just struggled to get into a rhythm, but we're here, so all is good.
It is definitely, and we've got 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 just up in behind. And interesting here, going to pick it actually happened on this stage. He's lost the front right corner of the car. When I say the front right corner, it's the front right bumper. Zeal, I'm going to pick that happened in this stage. The front of the car is a little bit of damage. What happened?
Oh, it was really small. It was a four right, and it just the bumper obviously just caught onto the bank, but it was nothing. Didn't slice out or anything. I saw it come up, and I just ran over it. It was fine.
As far as the overall event, you're going to be very happy. You put in some very, very strong times and a good result for you.
Yeah, no, definitely very pleased, and really full credit to the whole team and Waverley. They've done an awesome job in the off-season, working really hard to get here today, and yeah, it's something that we can repay back, and yeah, something to be really proud of.
Absolutely. Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you.
I guess that's the point with these cars. The bumpers are largely sacrificial, so while there's a big hole at the front, it's more cosmetic than anything else.
Emma's time just through. Sorry, these times are not coming through at the speed we'd normally expect. 𝗥𝗍𝗆 has done a 24:12. Yeah, so he's in there now. A second fast again, beaten Ben Hunt by 11.9 seconds. So his lead going to the arena back to Lani at the finish over Emma. An amazing result for 𝗥𝗍𝗆. 1 minute 43 ahead of 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 and 1 minute 4 ahead of Brendan Reeves.
Okay, we have Hayden McKenzie. Hayden, you'll be very relieved to get to the end.
Yeah, very relieved. Awesome stage to finish though. It's a lot of hard work. It's there's a lot in that stage.
Yes, there certainly is. As far as any objectives you wanted to meet this event, have you done that?
We haven't been in the car for a while, so we just actually wanted to finish and get the car there clean.
I think you've done that. Well done. Yes, absolutely. It's a reminder that Hayden McKenzie hasn't had a lot of seat time this season, so they call it rust for want of a better phrase. It does creep in.
Thanks, Lance. Certainly some interesting tales coming out of the drivers there. They all seem to be enjoying that stage, but all talking about how loose it is and how the grip level changes. It'll be interesting to see what the next few drivers have made of this stage, including Andrew Graves. He's very close to kind of getting towards you now.
Yes, you're right. We can actually do one better than that. Andrew is just coming to a stop.
Lance, I've got Jay Pittam stopped in the stage at 23k, so maybe that gear lever issue has got too much for them.
Okay, thank you. Well, another giant-killing performance, certainly another one. Ridge Road, were you finding a bit of consistent grip in there, or was it still pretty variable for you?
A bit variable, but really enjoyed that bit of road. It was really awesome, especially the last couple of 3Ks coming down the wiggles there. So, really good stage. It's good to see some people out there enjoying themselves. and hopefully we put on a show for them.
Oh, well, there's no doubt you did that. The times say it all.
They're all really good. That's awesome.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. I really hope that that's not the case, or that 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆𝗆 has been distracted if they were unable to actually get the selector fixed and just left it stuck in a gear.
No, good news. He's mobile again, so maybe they've reattached the crescent spanner or something, and they've down the hole into the gearbox. And yep, looks like they are mobile again, albeit not at a particularly. Oh, yep, it's picking up pace. So hopefully they are steering a path to you.
Now, I'm going to take a layman's guess here and say that it was a spin, or he actually did something to spin up the car, which resulted in him needing to actually select reverse, which would have taken a bit of effort and a bit of time. But once that's done, pre-select a higher gear like third, mid-box, and off you go. Let's hope.
And hopefully it wasn't on an uphill or something like that.
Yeah, yes. Yes, as we've seen evidence of today. But yeah, Andrew Graves, certainly, again, that Evo 3 really showing the others how it's done.
Here you've got...
Thanks, Lance. Chris, what are the current stage times looking like?
Okay, what we've got through so far, we've got Hayden Padden doing, as I say, 0.6 under 23 minutes to get through the stage, still an average of 80.25. So all these guys are saying they're... it's tight and twisty and hard work. Hayden's still making no race of it. Brendan Reeves actually recorded the second fastest time, albeit 2.29 seconds a kilometre slower than Hayden and his teammate, shall we say. So Padden was a minute 10.3 faster than Brendan Reeves. So I'd hate to see if what Hayden's pace was like if he was actually having to push for the win. 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆𝗆 Jones, awesome job, just 3.1 seconds down on the second flying Hyundai. Ben Hunt, again, that back issue, obviously going to be grateful to be able to call it quits and get out of the car very soon. 11.9 seconds down on 𝗥𝗍𝗆𝗆 Jones. Emma Gilmore, another 32.6 behind. Hayden McKenzie, the sixth fastest time so far, just 3.2 down on Emma Gilmore. And we're now getting from 22.59.4. Sixth fastest is 25.00.5, so 2 minutes slower than Hayden Padden's winning time. Andrew Graves, again, showing that disparity in performance level, despite a brilliant driver in an older car, the Evo 3, 18 seconds down on Hayden McKenzie. So the overall standing, going back to you, Lani, at the arena in Palmerston North, is Hayden Padden, stand by for this, leads Ben Hunt by 6 minutes, 27.4. 𝗥𝗍𝗆𝗆𝗆 Jones, 41.5 behind. Brendan Reeves has got Emma Gilmore, as he was hoping he would at that previous cross, by 39.5 seconds. He's a minute 3.9 down on 𝗥𝗍𝗆𝗆𝗆 Jones in fourth place, so missing out on the podium. But Emma Gilmore has been knocked back into fifth place, 39.5 behind in the Citroen. Then of the cars who got through so far, Hayden McKenzie next, 2 minutes 46.9 behind, and he's nipped off Andrew Graves in sixth place in that last stage by 15.7 seconds. And that's the times we have through so far.
Thanks, Chris. Who did you just have through the finish there, Lance? Did they look happy?
That was now
Caleb McDonald.
Yeah, yes, it was. I was just going to we were going to have a quick chat, but so engrossed in the 1-2 for this stage, you got to consider the actual grip level of those front two cars. They were up against it. We know the stage is going to come to these later cars, so interesting they actually laid down such a good time. Here we have the Bright Lights Evo pulling up with the stuck control of Caleb McDonald. Could be a break in there, making a little bit of rattling.
And maybe a puncture. He dropped 5 minutes at the 26k point.
Caleb, all okay in this stage?
Shit, no. Excuse the bad language. Either a diff or a shaft blew right at the very start, and we've battled on to try and keep going, so hopefully we can get some championship points, but I'm about to climb under the car and have a look and see how bad it really is.
Okay, well, we'll let you get out of the control before you do that and find out what's going on. If it is a front half shaft, the rattle was coming from the front, and I actually wondered if he had a stone or something in there, but there's more than that. And here's 𝗥𝗱𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 door wide open, ready to take out any spectators. Jay, a little bit of a moment in there. What happened?
I've got no gearbox, so I'm stuck in third, and I've got no turn, so I just went into the fence. I didn't think I was going to get out, but somehow a lot of clutch got out.
And you're here, so that's good.
I'm here, I'm trying to finish. So.
You get to that finish and make it a finish.
Right. I have a beer if you like.
Good on you. All right, well, that's the relief. The car's coming through thick and fast here now. 16, Macquarie. It's on the other side. Try to get you up. Oh, have a quick chat. Oh, there's a look of relief.
That's one word for it, yeah. We actually lost a bit of concentration just towards the end in the hill. But hey, didn't lose anything from it really, probably just some bit of mud on the corner. But hey, what an enjoyable way to finish the rally, eh? You know, with a real challenge.
A stage that's claimed a lot of championship contenders and championship titles.
That's Joe's corner.
I don't think you got time for calling Joe's corner, but you made it, so well done, and get to the last control.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We have Dylan Thompson here now. A quick chat to Dylan. Dylan, a moment of reflection. Happy to actually get this far.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to get this far. That's an awesome last stage to finish the rally with. It was so much fun. We had a really good rhythm in Baden. Just that little 10k bit in the middle we used last year was super slippery. But the rest, that coming downhill, that's what Festus are built for. It was awesome.
Everyone's saying the same thing, so that's good. Well done. Okay. So yes, that is interesting to hear. The consensus is the downhill sections, so that will be past Walter's line, I think it is from memory, is the driver's favourite. And
thanks, Lance. A bit of drama in that stage.
You are absolutely kidding me. Mr. Argyle is arriving. Yeah, he's certainly not looking happy, and he's lost another wheel. Not a lot can be said about that, Jeff. Obviously a bit of a problem there, but you've just got to get to the finish.
15k, we did another one on the stage, big stage. So I had no spare, I couldn't even stop.
That's what I'm just considering. There's no spare tyre. You're just going to have to get yourself to the finish.
We're allowed it, and it says in refuel, you're allowed to free tyre.
Okay, you go and get that sorted. Finishing is number one. And we can hear the turbo issue hasn't been resolved, but just recapping that, the left rear, he is on the rim for the third time this rally.
Certainly the Heartbreaker is living up to its name today, Lance. You can definitely hear the disappointment in Jeff's voice there.
Yes, I feel for him. He had reasonable hopes and expectations of putting on a good show and a performance, and that's pretty fair, really. Like, he does know these roads well. The car is up for it. He is always going to be rusty, but would you call it reliability or was it bad luck? The comment from Timo before that the parts were past the end of their serviceable life. Well, yes, given the how thin that wheel was, it wouldn't have taken much of a stone in there to actually make it part its ways. But got to wonder if there's something a bit more serious going on to actually do 3 wheels in one rally.
So could that be to do with the wheel, the stone scrapers and that sort of stuff, Lance? That they're not shifting the stones away from the wheel, and they're getting jammed in the brakes and the various workings of the wheels.
Well, that's what I would have definitely said for the one I saw when Timo was holding the outer part of the wheel before, the way it had actually basically been turned to split. Yes. Knowing Jeff and the team, they would have actually checked that and been across that at the earlier service. So for it to happen a second time, that's an anomaly. But 3 times, there's going to be a bit of soul searching there, that's for sure. We've got the Fiesta of Jack Stokes, and as you're saying earlier, one half of the Stokes operation making it to the finish. Jack, that is a genuine sigh of relief on your face there.
We thought we had a puncture because the car was just wouldn't get above 20 k's all over the show. Got out and all the tyres were full, so carried on, and then it came right. Maybe a rock caught in the wheel or something, but yeah, it was a shame because I thought we were going all right. Yeah.
When you get to the finish, you're going all right.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
All right, you do that. Thank you.
Yeah, guys,
Here we have, Bryn Jones.
Oh, sorry, mate. Where you go?
Yep, just have a quick chat to Bryn. Bryn, a bit of mud on the overalls, and for both of you.
Yeah, we did a tyre change before this stage. We had a bit of a messy run through 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆, and we had 2 spare tyres in the back, so we thought we'd use them, and by the looks of it, it's paid off. So, yeah, that road is a really cool road, and I put every ounce of it. I was on the absolute door handles, so that felt absolutely awesome. So fantastic.
Great to hear. Well done, guys. Now, that's what it's all about.
That's a new phrase, on the absolute door handles. What were you about to say, Chris Grant?
Oh, just regarding the Cat 5, that delay by 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 that cost him nearly 6 minutes with that diff or transmission issue he got off the start line has actually cost him second place in the Cat 5. Andrew Graves, as we expected, has been knocked down to 7th overall, but more importantly for his pursuit of the Rally Challenge in Cat 5, he's potentially going to win the round. But James McDonald in the H4 Impreza has stolen second place off 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 with his issue, actually coming through some 35 seconds in front of 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 as they all track their way back to you at the finish. So, and Jay Pittam's listed at the moment, admittedly 3 minutes down, of the cars we've got through, is currently in 4th place in the Cat 5 section with Phil Macquarie next. So, pretty good result overall for the number of finishes heading through, and we can just now look and see, just waiting on Bryn Jones' time, but at the moment Dylan Thompson looks at odds on 10th place overall to take out the two-wheel drive award and Cat 2 in the NZRC.
It gives you a new level of appreciation, Chris, of the rally within a rally within a rally. The categories titles, they're all competing against themselves, but equally they have someone they can compete against, a similar, in this case, category car, and the Heartbreaker. What can you say?
Well, the Daybreaker, Heartbreaker, you come up with some other expressions as well too. Oh, the update for you now. Yeah, Bryn Jones's time's come in. Yes, he's so we've got Dylan Thompson winning the Cat 2, the two-wheel drive, and fastest two-wheel drive in the rally, and being in 10th overall. He's come up 2 places ahead of 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆. Someone else may be going to come through a later runner, but more importantly for him, he is the thick end of 2.5 minutes ahead of Bryn Jones in second place, with Jack Stokes another almost 2 minutes back in third place in Cat 2. So that's looking like the podium for the NZRC two-wheel drive category.
And just going to check if you can give me a heads up on how far away the next car is. 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆 was just down the road there, boots up, bonnets up. He's on the phone. That they haven't moved is of concern. His arms
okay,
folded.
Thanks for that, because we'll need to pass that on to the podium, the NZRC coordinator doing the podium. So you've had 20, you've had Bryn Jones. According to me, you're looking like you're going to get 20. We've got a group to get running relatively close together. I've got 24, 17, 21, 22, and 24, all in close proximity, although the timing system is, showing a little bit of variation in time since the last update. So take your pick, 17, 21, 22, 24. So what are we looking at? We're looking at, Gavin Feast has rejoined in the WRX. He's on his way. 21 is Tim Mackesy in the other Rally 4 Fiesta, or it's going to be William Menzies in the Evo 6, or it's going to be Nelson Law in the Mazda. So over to you to do the vehicle identification by sound.
We can clarify it's Tim Mackesy who's come in first. Tim, you got through the stage. Looked like a bit of fun in there.
Yeah, it was pretty hard actually. It was, probably used a bit much tyre in that other one, and we're just struggling for traction on the front, but we got here in the end.
A good stage to round out the rally.
Yeah, it was good.
Excellent. All right, thank you. Get you to the finish. And yes, you're right. They're starting to queue up thick and fast here now. car number 17 to come on up. The STI of Mr. 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆cie. Well, that looked like a rather interesting way to finish the rally. How would you rate the stage out of 10?
Yeah, it was good. It was real fun. Maybe a 10. How's that? There's a few corners in there, I'll tell you that.
Yes, well, it's broken a few championships and a few wallets, but you got to the finish.
Yeah, pretty stoked. Hey, great day. Great day. Cheers, mate.
We don't want to preempt anything yet. You've got to get to the finish. Of course, as I was alluding to, we do have a 𝗥𝗱𝗏𝗟22, Mr. Mendes. Welcome to the final stage. Ridge Road, broken a lot of cars in here, but you got to the finish. All okay? Clean run for you?
Yeah, no, pretty tidy. We weren't out there to be a hero. We'll just get through, and no, we're happy. We'll go for a lap around the speedway now and try not to crash into any concrete. But no, stoked as to be here.
All right, keep it off the walls here to finish. Thank you. And Nelson Law just coming into the stop control now. There's a bit of congestion down there where Caleb is parked. Obviously, mates are having a bit of a chat, but it's blocking the way for others to get through. While Nelson Law makes his way up to the finish control. And the prediction on how wide the smile is going to be on Nelson Law's face. The prediction is, how wide is the smile? It is very wide.
I tell you what, I'm about ready to go home. That was a huge challenge. 30 Ks in the rally car. Wow, yeah. That's a good test for skill, confidence, and of course the endurance as well. But happy to get through that unscathed.
And as far as this last stage, was there a favourite part of it?
Look, always in front of the crowds is the best because you got the two rights or the two left. So we didn't do too bad. We didn't stall it. Looks like we put on a good show for them. So hopefully they have the same kind of smile as we do.
Sure they do. Well done, guys. Great to see you here. We have car 23. But we're going to have a stall there. Might have picked slightly too high here. Julian Lenglet coming up into the stop control. Bonjour. And a good stage. Yes, a good stage. Yeah. Yes. You must be very happy to have actually made it this far and only that far away from the actual finish ceremony.
Yeah. I'm very happy. It's always hard to predict whether we're going to be at the end of the rally or not. Lots of hazards, very slippery rally. So yeah, no, I'm happy to be here.
Was there a favourite moment in this last stage?
Not really. No.
Here at the finish.
Very slippery. Yeah, just to be here.
Well done. Yes, bonsoir.
Thank you.
Thank you. A bit rusty on my French there, so apologies to our French native listeners. Just coming up to the stop control here now. The escort of car 25, Shane Merlins, and he did. But he was going to sail straight through. Shane, welcome to the end of Ridge Road.
Thank you.
You've been through this stage a few times. Did it bring back any memories?
No, I forget them all the time. I can never remember one road from another.
Well, getting to the finish of this is an achievement that many have actually wish they could have actually done. You have. But did you have a favourite moment?
Sorry?
Did you have a favourite moment in this stage?
No, not really. No, it went well. The whole stage. So yeah, no problems with it.
Excellent. All right, you've got to get to the finish.
Okay.
Did you do that? Just getting the helmet off. Okay. And is there a gap? There appears to be a gap, Chris. Anything to fill in there or update?
Yeah, stand by, Lane. Just scrolling back through. 20. Who do we have? 23. You've had long lay. Yeah, Julian. By rights, Bruce Herbert should be next. I think I saw 61 listed currently. Well, from our notes, what we're looking on the map, 28k away, out. So a couple of k's away by the look of it. So just going through the last split point. So I'll just confirm that he's achieved that.
Okay, well, this looks like the impreza of 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗟 coming in.
Oh, yes, have you had Dave Strong yet?
No, haven't had Dave Strong yet.
No.
30, 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗟. Carl, got to the end of another Daybreaker.
Just. We got a
what happened?
Fuel pump issue on that stage, so we just been praying that it didn't pack up and just missing our way through, but we got here. So, yeah, we're still back into town and should be fine.
So you will be okay to get to the finish?
Hope so.
Yeah. We expect it will be. Well done, thank you. Yes, it's never over. It's never over until it's over.
Thanks, Lance. And just reporting here from Central Energy Trust Arena, it's still not raining, but it looks wet. When you were talking about the light drizzle, I feel like that's what we've got here. So I think that the Super Special here might be a tough one.
Oh, just jump in there.
That could be good. Could be very good. We've got Dave Strong just coming into the control here now. A little bit of light drizzle would be good on that surface. Dave, look at relief at the finish of the Ridge Road.
Oh, it was actually quite good. It wasn't as wet as I thought, and there's a bit of width. I thought I'd drive all right and had a good time.
A great way to finish the rally.
Well, it's not finished yet.
No, not the finish,
Yes.
A good stage.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
That is the state of track.
It'd be one of the quieter Hondas that Dave Strong's had in his time, Chris, so I can hear you.
Yep, and actually just going back to 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗟, he needs to keep that fuel pump hanging together because he's currently third in the all-comers rally. So podium finish awaits 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗟 if as long as his fuel pump keeps pumping fuel.
Oh, wow. Yes, let's just hope so.
He does
Bruce
have a margin.
You just look like you've been out for a Saturday drive. You look very, very relaxed.
I'm always relaxed, except for when I'm not.
Any more relaxed, you'll be in a coma.
That might be the sleep I'm going to have shortly.
I suspect so. Now, Ridge Road, you've done this quite a few times. Wasn't this a good one?
Yeah, I think we went all right down there, but we'll see. The boys have been hard work today. But a lot of fun.
Excellent. That's what it's all about. Focus on getting to that final control. And, Lani, a little weather update here. Just as you were talking about the weather, I was going to say, Lord, it's actually really cleared up here, but no. No, it has turned from drizzle into slightly heavier raindrops. And I'm quite happy to actually wear that here if it means that it doesn't affect you there.
Yes, I think it might be marginal. I have heard that the rain is setting in around the Ohakea area, and I certainly can see rain to the north and south of Palmerston North here. And the track is already very wet and very slippery. So even if it went ahead, it will be a challenge for the teams. They certainly wouldn't win the rally here, but they could lose it because I know those concrete walls do bite quite hard from what I've seen of Speedway.
Yes, you're right. And the cars that run around there are built to actually take impacts with the wall. These cars definitely not so. What also will be interesting is that when it does get wet on there, it will be very slippery. And also consider too that it is running reverse order. So it'll be the last car starting first in pairs. And speaking of pairs...
Can I just interrupt there quickly?
Yes, he's pointing. We have a Pierre Henry Brunet. Bonsoir.
Good evening.
Happy to be here.
Very happy to be here. Happy to finish the main stage and looking forward for the last stage.
I'm sure. Now, in that stage there, was there a favourite part?
What, sorry?
Was there a favourite part of that stage?
The beginning. The beginning because I was in better condition and less windy. The last part I was tight and very windy, very hard.
Interesting perspective. Well done. Thank you for getting this far.
Thank you.
Okay, and we have the photo arriving of car 32. A little bit of grass in the rear wheel. Is it grass in the... Oh, okay, it is in the rear wheel. I actually thought it was going to be in the bead, but no, it's not. Just go around and have a quick chat to Cam Ross about this. Cam, a little bit of grass in the rear wheel. You're just having fun, aren't you?
Just having fun. There's lots of grass everywhere, so very pleased to make it through the stage though. Last big one of the day, so great to make it through. Yeah, had some really enjoyable bits and some real slimy bits.
Excellent. Everything to test you with?
Well, I think I'm past that anyway.
I think it's a good time to have a nap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, so actually a little bit like Bruce Herman. He does look like he's ready to have a nap, although I thought Bruce was actually having his nap when he was coming into the control. And we have the RX-7 of Ben Harding, just about to pull up. We'll see how this goes, because we know it's a beautiful sounding machine. Maybe a little loud to get a clear message. But let's find out. There's only one way we will find out. Ben, Ridge Road must be a ripper for you.
Oh, unreal event. We've had a massive day. First time with my daughter in the RX-7. She's only 15, so couldn't ask for more, mate? Awesome, really good.
Start him young.
Yeah, no, she's been dying to get in the car and nagging me, so finally done it.
Where did the cushion come from?
Oh, that's Mum. Got it from Mum's place.
And the obligatory seat cushion on the co-driver's lap.
Well, we've got a quick moment there, Lance. Can I just jump in? There's no cars coming, is there?
Yeah, we're all clear there, Booker.
Okay, I've just seen an announcement. Final stage has been cancelled at the arena. So they're saying the ceremony will be continue as expected at 5 p.m. and those that want to come and watch that ceremony will be free to get in, and all refunds will be issued through Ticketek holders that have done it. But they have, due to the weather, they've called the final stage at the arena has been cancelled.
Okay. Very unfortunate. In some ways it was predicted, preempted even. But we always lived in hope that it was actually going to be. However, it's not over yet. Caleb McDonald's still parked there. It's just heartbreaking. Surely, come on, guys. Something's got to happen.
Yes, although cancelling Special Stage 11 here at the arena is sad news for rally fans, but potentially good news for Carl. If he can limp back now to the final time control here, he might just secure that third in the all-comers in the championship, Lance.
Yes, absolutely. That's one scenario, and it's also the same for many others that are holding their cars together, and Caleb McDonald was another example. Like, if he can get going, surely he can just tour back, and if he can get it over the ramp, well, then job done. And we have the Evo of Turakina's Andrew Spear just coming into view here now. Andrew, the car looks beautifully clean, tidy, ready to go again.
Yeah, let's go again.
You want to go again?
Yeah, I would. The body's not keen, but the brain is.
Excellent. Great to see you at the finish Ridge Road. Was it a good stage for you?
Yes, well, I think it was. We're just all two old farts having a go. So, smile on our faces, having a laugh, enjoyed it, throwing around, trying to put it on the crowd.
Done. Well done, guys. Get to the finish. There we have the Datsun 180B, Jason Well. Just coming up to the finish here now.
Lance, can he tell you what's happened to car 35, Bradley Stewart, who stopped at 27k?
Car 35, Bradley Stewart, did you see him?
Yeah.
Whereabouts was he?
He's okay.
He's okay. Great. Well, that's the main thing. You guys, how was that stage?
It was actually really good. I have got a bit of pressure because we were quite a bit of a battle for Class C, I think. I had a couple of guys quite close and we were all very close. So I gave it my best shot, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, look, to see the smile on your guys' faces is priceless.
I think we entertained a few crowds. The crowd's good too.
And Welly, you're shaking. What's wrong?
Oh, just a bit buzzy, I guess. Just a bit buzzy.
It's awesome to see. It means you've been giving it everything. Final stage has been cancelled, so it's now just tour to the finish. Get it done.
Thank you.
And we have the Starlet of Brendan Cantwell just coming into the control here now. Not a mark on the front of it. Brendan, just having a look at your headlights. Not a mark on them. No mud splashes, nothing. I think you could go a bit harder.
Oh, if only. I can't see. It's starting to fog up in here. The fan broke this morning.
Mechanical woes.
Issues.
And how was that stage?
Good fun, challenging, slippery, a lot of grass pulled out from the four drive, so it's hard to trust each corner. But good fun. I look forward to that all day. I did that like 15 years ago. It was my favourite stage, so it was cool coming out the other end.
Yes, and you did well done.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there's one of the candidates for the Toyota Starlet Cup. Tony McConaughey will potentially have that decision made. So we will find out during the finish ceremony what happens there.
Yes, Lance, and certainly a high drama-packed afternoon. I think I've counted 15 different individuals have retired from the rally, which seems to be quite a high attrition rate, but probably just a mixture of the concentration lapses, the weather, the changeable conditions, all of that contributing to, a lot of retirements throughout the day.
Well, yes, and gratefully so. Rather it be mechanical than anything else. Just seeing, oh yes, it is. It is just a flat tyre. Have a chat to Dan 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝟐. Dan, just a flat tyre. Everything all right?
Is it one or two?
Yeah,
or three. I feel like, oh my goodness. But,
so where did that happen?
Maybe 5k back.
So it didn't really dampen your stage too much?
No, not too much. We're lucky. I don't know what tyre is it? The other side.
Yeah, left rear.
Yeah, never had that before, so interesting.
It is.
All right.
You're just going to get to the finish. That's always an interesting one when the driver of the car isn't really sure which tyre was flat. How do you explain that one? How do you rationalise that?
Certainly. So just if you're just joining us, unfortunately, Special Stage 11 at the Central Energy Trust Arena has been cancelled due to the weather. The track certainly looks super slippery, so I think that the organisers have made the right decision there, despite the fact we would have loved to put on a show for the Palmerston North and Manawatu locals tonight.
Yeah, so there'll be a few layers to the decision behind that, and one of them will be as the cars come off the track and onto the field, which is being used on Wednesday night for the NPC match. They'll be doing everything they can to preserve the condition. And you can imagine muddy tyres across the green grass is going to take a little bit more than a rake or sweep with the groundsman's broom to remove.
Indeed, and
I can just let you know that Bradley Stewart's mobile again, so he should be with you with probably a good story to tell for the fairly significant delay that he's had, Lance. So he might not be the next car, but a bit like the Pantene advert, he will get to you eventually.
Okay, all right, we're pulling it all out.
You're not the only one with the dad jokes, mate.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't even used the Chuck Norris ones yet.
Oh,
Chuck Norris isn't afraid of the dark. The dark's afraid of Chuck Norris.
Oh. No wonder your son's not with you today.
Yes. Yeah, he certainly well and truly gets sick of them. We have the Adam Fisher Starlet arriving into the final control. Adam, you had a cracker start today. Still a cracker finish?
Yeah, it was a brilliant finish. We were just hanging on there. That was so slippery. But it was all fun, smiles all around. Yeah.
They sure are. And I'm sure you'd like to do it again.
Oh, awesome, yeah. If I only had the energy.
Well-deserved rest. Okay. And two other cars up and behind. Car 35, Bradley Stewart. So we'll find out what the story is here. A little bit of mud. Tell us the story. What happened?
The rear right decided to blow out completely, and then it just deteriorated the rim. So we've got about a third of a rim sitting in the boot, and that happened about 3 k's from the finish line. So yeah, but we got it all. We got the spare on, so we can still finish the rally. So yeah.
Good. And the smile says it all. A smile of relief, I think, is a big part of that.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I'm just happy to finish. So we're not a DNF this time. So I'm stoked. Still got one more stage to go though. So
Well, that's been cancelled, but you're just going to get across the ramp now.
Oh, has it? Awesome, mate.
Anyway, good to know what's happened. Thank you very much. So there you go, Chris. It was simple as a puncture. Interesting, it was only 3 kilometres from the end, but they made the decision to change it. And Greg Brown, you look like you're ready for a nap.
You're quite right, my friend.
A good day.
So far, so good, mate. We've just got that horrible little stadium thing to do again, and we'll see if we don't cock it up this time.
Well, I don't know if I should break the news to you, but perhaps I should. It has been cancelled, so it's now a case of touring to the finish and across the ramp. You're done.
Oh, bloody ripper.
But in some ways, I'm sure you'd like to just have one last go.
Mate, I'm just getting in the swing of things. It's been a bloody awesome day, and at the end of the day, we've learned a lot about ourselves. It's been character building. But hey, thanks to R2G for putting on the event. It's been amazing. Thanks to the competitors, all the volunteers. Mate, it's outstanding day. Thank you.
We'll see you back round at the start line and have another go.
Go on then. See you later, boys.
All right, that was car 45, Greg and Sean Brown.
Lance, is Caleb still stopped up the road?
Yes, he is, unfortunately. Willie, our car sounds a little different to how it did before. Everything's all okay, though?
We put a V8 in it halfway through the stage. No, it's fine. It's just got an exhaust leak.
As far as that stage goes, out of 10, where would you rate it?
Oh, that's up there. That's one of my favourites. Pretty close to the top. Yeah.
It says a lot. Was there actually anything, a favourite part of that stage? The first section, the last section?
I really like the first part, actually. Maybe the first third. It was sort of a wee bit more open. And maybe the last third, all the corners just flowed into each other and had a lot of camber. And, yeah, very satisfying.
Excellent. Well done getting to the stage. Very interesting opinion there. The way that corners do link is a key point, and that's been noted by many for that last part of the stage. But the first part is the one that has Joe's little corner in it. So interesting to get the feedback in there that they think it flows. Didn't for Mr. McAndrew.
No, it kind of flowed the wrong way, probably.
Yes. Now we have the 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆 just coming up to the stop control now. Windscreen wipers aren't on. They'll be saving power. That'll be his excuse. Actually, I wonder what it will be. Yeti, another Ridge Road done. How do you rate that one?
Great. Really enjoyed it. Had the audition singing. It was fun.
Because this is one where in the past you've said when you get it right, when you get that flow right, did you this time?
Just about, yeah. Most of it was. And the four-wheel drive with it right, it's incredible. But most of it was great fun. Went really well.
Right, well done. I can see you're conserving energy. You're not using the wipers at the moment. Everything's all okay with the car?
On the automatic wipers.
Yep. Oh, he tries to trick me. Hey, I just thought that might have been the case. Yes, it'll be on the old foot control switch. Oh, here we go. It's going to pick a gear, any gear. Just double confirming that, Chris. There is no one with Caleb's car. Either they're sitting in it. Actually, it looks like the driver's window is down. Oh, yes. He's getting out of the driver's side now.
Okay, mate. Thank you.
Oh, that's just heartbreaking.
Sure is.
We've had it more than once today.
Yeah. I can just report that Tim Smith is running behind Gilly Fisher into the last stage. So Tim Smith a rejoin, so you can expect some passing to go on as he makes his way through in the Magnum 8.6.
Oh, yes. In some ways, that'll actually be a bit of fun for Tim. But I'm sure the push-to-pass method will be working and they can all find their way safely. And we have the starlet of car 52 just coming to the stop control now. Mr. Astor. Another daybreaker done.
Another daybreaker done, hopefully.
Happy with that stage?
Yeah, that was grouse. It's good fun. Good fun.
What's your favourite part of that stage?
Probably the last half of it, coming down the ridge with all the 5 lefts and rights. Suits the little car. Left foot brake, send it. It's great.
Excellent. Wonderful description. Thank you very much. Yes. A consensus on that second half, or perhaps the final third of the stage. That downhill section is where it really does flow. Unless you're Hayden Padden or Brendan Reeves, in which case the whole thing just flows.
Yes, if you're just joining us here, we are live at Special Stage 10 Ridge Road, the final 30.9 kilometre test of the rally, given that the Super Special has now been, sadly, cancelled. And a quick recap of our top 5 overall as they head in to Palmerston North. First, Hayden Padden. Second, Ben Hunt. Third, Zeal Jones, the young gun, really putting on a performance this weekend. Fourth, Brendan Reeves. And fifth, 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆. But sounds like you might have another car coming up to you, Lance.
Not quite. I was actually just looking a bit further up the road at the number of cars that were stopped. Well, I know why Dan 𝗥𝗱𝗆𝗆 was stopped up there. He was changing that left rear tyre. Right, the starlet up there now. I think they're just all taking their time, which they can afford to. They have that regroup after this, which was to reverse the running order to allow the Super Special stage. Now, we've just got a trailer coming up past the road closed end. Actually just missed the number on the door. And I'm wondering if that's here to retrieve the Evo of Caleb McDonald.
And I can report, Lance, that Tim Smith has caught and passed not only Gilly Fisher, but also Pat Norris within the first 15k of the start of that stage. So you can expect, hopefully, a smile from ear to ear as Tim Smith when he gets to you in the Magnum 8.6.
Yes, absolutely. If he gets to this end of the stage, he will have a smile. But the story will just go up a few notches because he'll actually have a tale as to what it was like to do the overtaking. High-speed chicane stuff.
Smith embellishment, do you reckon?
I think there'll be a lot of Smith embellishment, yes. There'll be no gritted teeth. It'll be a wide-open, teethy smile.
All right, so I think Gordon Diggle should be next in the Mirage, Lance.
Yes, that is a Mirage coming into view, and unlike Keith Stewart, these wipers are going flat out. So a quick weather update while he's coming up to the stop control. Just as I said that, it starts to ease. Just for some light rain, easing a bit. Gordon, welcome to the finish of Ridge Road. Happy to see you here.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
And as far as, you're familiar with this road, where do you rate this in your past attempts?
I've always liked these roads up around here, so yeah, they're good.
You've done this one justice? You want to have another go?
Well, first time for about 10 years we've been driving this car, so yeah, we'll see how we go.
Fair enough, all right.
We were trying.
Well, that's the main thing. That's what you came here to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Okay, and we have the Fraser Escort coming up to the stop control now. Car 41.
Lance, has Bradley Stewart moved on?
He has, yes. Yes, okay. He was all okay.
Yeah, that's good. If he can get to the finish, he'll win his Class E. So.
Oh, wow. Imagine. Hard work, was it?
Oh, yeah. And enjoyable work, though. No, I'd never done that stage before, and we didn't wreck it. We got notes, but the notes were bloody good, and it was a bloody good stage, actually. Yeah, yep.
So, yep, all good. Is he going to rate as a favourite for this rally?
It probably would, actually, because the others did cut up a bit. So I would say this probably would be the pick of the stages, yeah.
Interesting. Great, thank you very much. Okay. Interesting. could almost call that one a trick question. The Stewart 55. Well, how'd you get on with that stage? What do you reckon out of 10?
Oh, it's pretty cool, especially that last section coming down the hill. Yeah, really cool. Nice, tight and twisty, and a few more open bits. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Is it your favourite stage of the rally?
Close to it. I couldn't put a finger on it. We've only done every second stage, so we'll be swapping.
I love a good story. Well done, guys. Yes. Nothing like a bit of fun banter, but also great to see the retro livery on the early 90s Castrol colours on that little Toyota. As the 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆 car is about to meet its trailer, and I think they're hitching up the winch rope at the moment.
Are the Stewarts related, Lance, the three of them?
Now, that is a question I was scratching my head on the other day. I reckon there is a very high likelihood, given that he was a other side of the hill lad, that they are related.
Because Bradley Stewart, in spite of that delay in the puncture in the last stage, is odds on to win Class E. Keith Stewart is likely to win Class B, and Nick Stewart is likely to finish third in Class A.
Interesting. Oh, I'm sure they'll all claim somewhere along the way there's a tie.
Something
beyond
about
just sharing a name.
Something about Pahia Tour, is there?
Yes, exactly. And speaking of which, the Camerons coming into view, plenty of them around the place, and related.
Yep, absolutely. They're looking good for second place, obviously in the historic category in the NZRC, with Paul Fraser, and Len Fisher taking out the win. Although I'll let you talk to Helen first.
Well, yes, Mike, you look very, very relaxed. As if either one, you're about to have a sleep, or you want to go again.
Actually, to be honest, I'd like to go again. But I was missing out on that track. I thought, that would be good around the track. But obviously the weather has beaten it. So we'll put up with what we've done today. The MRFs had to work.
Yes, everything's had to work, including the old stamina. Not really used to these large days.
I'm used to them, but not for driving rally cars.
Well, I guess being a dairy farmer's a little different. But rally car driving, it's used to your stuff.
Yeah.
Lance, are they on the same set of MRFs still?
Oh, sorry, say that again, Chris.
Are they still? Have they changed tyres? Are they still on the one set?
Yes, Chris.
Well done.
You know the rules, Chris. I'm quite miserable,
Well done, Mike. You've got Helen into the lead in the co-drivers Cat 4 Championship.
I know. I've let her come home, haven't I? Isn't she lucky?
Thank you. And Chris, I get the treat. I get the lolly. Do I have to hand this to Chris? I'll post it to him.
Mate, I used to sell them. I've had a life of bloody lollies. I don't need any more, thank you. You have it.
Well, true. Just imagine if this is one of Chris's ones. I know. The irony.
And Helen doesn't need a tea towel in her mouth, Chris, like somebody I know.
Oh, come on. That's 40 bloody years ago, mate.
Oh.
It probably wouldn't be any different.
I think the Camerons have to be somewhere. It's time for them to depart. Oh, that was tough.
I mean, that stage as a whole has been tough, Lance. We've had everything from punctures to rims to fuel pumps to, sliding off the road, all sorts of different bits of drama in that stage.
Yes, the punctures one is a bit puzzling in a way, as the surface doesn't really lend itself to large rocks or any obstacles that require the changing of tyres. We have the whole day escort of Mr. 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆𝗆 come charging into the finish control. You came into the finish control like you had a great stage.
We did have a great stage, and we had a couple of great moments.
Oh, come on, tell us one.
It would have been right-hander, and it would have been clear the fence and see you later down the bottom.
Did you give Joe's corner a go, did you?
Oh, I'm not sure which Joe's Corner is actually.
In front of spectators, perhaps?
Yeah, there are plenty of spectators there, but I wasn't putting the show on for them.
Well, that can be left into the past. You've made it here. Well done. Right. Always good to have a story after a good long hard day of rallying. And actually, why is he wanting to stop just before the control board? Anyway, we will focus on the other direction, on who's coming. Who is coming next? No one got an update.
Well, by rights, Chris Clark and Robbo were heading your way, but also Tim Smith is bearing down on them, along with who's 59 on our list. The Ford KA.
Mark Rutherford.
Mark Rutherford, yeah. So you're going to get a gaggle at the end, I think, Lance.
All right. Predictable. We've actually got a bit of a gap here at the moment.
And you also need to ask Jilly Fisher when she gets to you what her moment was at 19.5k that caused her to trigger a hazard. She is still going, which is good. So. 19.5.
Well, we have the Chris Clark BMW coming into view and the Ford car. Now, Chris earlier had lost his glasses.
Oh, no.
To see if that's... Well, Chris, rate that stage.
Rated. Well, we finished it, so it's got to be 9 out of 10.
Exactly. And glasses didn't slow you down, clearly.
Well, a wee bit, yeah.
So it's all about drive to survive. You've achieved that. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, we'll get to the Ford car. Yes, he lost stages. I think he actually said stage 2 this morning, which was the first stage. The Rutherford car. What do you rate this stage out of?
I did like it on Ricky, but I loved it once I was in there. Yeah, I was a bit... I'm going to say I was a bit scared. But no, I loved it. It flowed real good. Yeah.
And as far as putting on a show for the spectators, rate out of 10?
For this car? Yeah. Probably like a 3, but yeah. Try not to put on a show and just get through, to be honest. Yeah.
And getting here was the number one priority.
Well done. Fun was the number one. Sorry, having fun was the number one priority.
Exactly. By the looks of the smile underneath your balaclava, you did that.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yes, the eyes say it all, and we have a Tim Smith coming into view. So take a big deep breath. We're in for a journey. Oh yes, here we go. Oh, we have a flat tyre. So that'll be one of the questions.
Which corner?
On the right rear, Chris. So, rather dirty overalls, bit of excess baggage in here, Tim. Rate that stage.
We all rate stages. I'm not one to rate stages. I mean, I'm a South Islander, so anything like Finland is what I like. But in circumstances like this road, twisty, over ridges, I've watched mountains of VCR films of Joe. I mean, there's a corner named after Joe on this stage. This has got to be in the top 3.
Only top 3?
Yeah. No, 𝗥𝗚𝗄𝗆𝗄𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆
it's been an interesting day.
Character building is one statement. The puncture, whereabouts did you pick that up?
About a kilometre from the finish of this stage.
Was there anything in there, any obstacles that caused this, or it's just the nature of the road?
Nature of the road. I've got to be honest, these tyres were from Jonty Brensel, and that hit a tree previously in Otago, so I wouldn't be surprised if he put a small nick in the tyre for me to have a nice little like dessert present for the end of the day after today's incidences. So yeah, oh well, that's rallying. Let's just take the other side.
Well, that, and also you got to have a bit of fun with some overtaking, some high-speed chicanes.
Yeah. I think Jilly got a hell of a fright. We arrived up to her in a right old hurry.
Lance, he still managed 12th fastest time.
Sorry, say again, Chris?
He still managed the 12th fastest time, even with the right rear puncture and catching cars.
That's not bad, brother.
A little bit of congratulations in the car. Is that right, Chris? 12th fastest time, and this tyre is torched.
Go and make sure you're beating Bryn Jones, Tim, so make sure you go and get him to buy you a beer.
Oh, what, did we beat Bryn?
Yeah, by 5 seconds.
Oh, with a flat tyre.
That's the one.
I'm itching to go and see what the other side of the car is like.
Yeah,
Apparently
go have a
there's something happening here. We've got a little bit of a break. No other car. Oh, okay. It's not really. Oh, the front tyre too. And loose wires here.
Yeah, it's like the co-driver's side.
Yeah, that's almost the co-driver's side. Debris in the front tyre there. Yes. Yeah, he's giving it a go. He's giving it a go. Speaking of giving it a go, you must go. Yes, I was going to say, saddle up. We're in for a long story there, and we weren't disappointed, were we?
So did he still have the Possumbourne driving lights on the front?
No, he didn't. They took those off at the Taihape service, actually.
I imagine they should do. They're iconic, those things.
And that's why I was surprised they left them on until they got to Taihape.
Yeah.
They took note of that for that very reason.
So are you saying that he had a left front puncture as well, or that's where the damage from getting stuck off the road in 8 was?
So the tyre was fully inflated. It was full of debris. Right. The left front, but the damage on the left side, the wing mirror missing, and plenty of wire exposed there.
Lucky he didn't rip out the wiring loom from the sound of it then.
Yes, that, and we've actually got the rain is starting to become rather persistent.
No swearing, Lance.
I'll just be joining the queue.
It is definitely, the rain is definitely starting to arrive in Palmerston North here as well. So while we wait for our last couple of cars, Chris, do you want to give us a quick recap of the results, given that we are not having the Super Special 11? So this is currently the current provisional results of the rally.
Sure. Well, obviously, the man of the moment, Hayden Padden, has done a magnificent job. He's given Jared Hudson plenty to celebrate his 50th rally co-driving exploit, and they've come home a whopping 6 minutes 27.4 ahead of Ben Hunt, the man with the sore back, who's done a great job soldiering on in spite of that in the Vantage Skoda. Second place there, some very important points, and I think from the quick workings, Ben will go to the Bay of Plenty Rally in 3 weeks' time with an 18-point lead over Hayden Padden now. So the margin is closed up somewhat. But yes, certainly all to play for. And let's hope Ben can get that back sorted out for some more twisty roads, and this time in the Bay of Plenty in the Motorsport BOP Rally of the Bay. Zeal Jones, first ever podium. Fantastic result for the young fella, bringing his Skoda home in third place, 41.5 seconds behind Ben Hunt. Then Brendan Reeves, not quite the job that his teammate would have wanted, or his team boss would have wanted him to do, but Brendan got quicker and quicker. If he can come for the next round or two, who knows what he can do at BOP and 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆. The AP4 Hyundai recording fourth place. He stole fifth off 𝗥𝗚𝗆𝗆 in that final stage. He's finished a minute 3 behind Zeal Jones, and it's 39 seconds back to 𝗥𝗚𝗆𝗆, so it gives you some idea how fast he was going, that he not only overhauled 𝗥𝗚𝗆𝗆, but took more than a second a kilometre out of it in that 30k stage to finish 39 seconds ahead. Hayden McKenzie has won the All-Comers Rally in 6th place. Again, he's moved up ahead of Andrew Graves in that final stage. He's 2:47 behind Emma, and then it's 15 seconds back to Andrew Graves, who takes out the Rally Challenge and the Group A four-wheel drive category for this round. Jeff Argyle, driven most of the rally on 3 wheels from the sound of what we've been hearing, and little or no turbo. He is in 8th place. He's second in the All-Comers Rally. And then comes James McDonald, second in Cat 5. He's 9th. 10th is Carl Robinson, third in the All-Comers. And then the first two-wheel drive car, 11th place to Dylan Thompson. The very unlucky Caleb McDonald, transmission issue of some sort, of sidelined his Evo 6 right at the death and during stage 10. He
Chris,
is
we'll just
he won't
interrupt
finish.
your flow there. We've got Pat Norris just showed up to the finish control. Pat, hazard lights on. What's happening?
Oh, I'll just get out.
All right, he's just going to extract himself from the car as 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 is coming into view. Headlights ablaze. All right, needs to get unplugged. That will be helpful. The race is on as to who we actually talk to first. So just recapping, Pat's come into the finish control with the hazard lights on. All okay, Pat?
You know, we're sweet. We've got something with the ECU or something's going on, so we can't get it to rev over 2.5, and it just cuts out. Fucking thing.
That's rallying for you?
Well, you know, we had the choice of either stopping and saying no, or just keep on going. So we just trudled through and did the best we could, because you never give up, eh?
Well, absolutely. You've got to do that and get to the finish. So you focus on that. We will now have a word with 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 now. 19.5 Ks, was that correct? Hello, Jilly. Question is 19.5 Ks. Tell us the story. Oh, there's a blank look on the face.
I pulled over to let him go past.
Aha.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so there we go, Chris.
Timmy. Yeah.
And Timmy, now, he gave you a bit of a fright.
Came roaring up behind us and he passed, so that's all right. He's a damn good driver anyway, so.
And he was having fun.
He was having fun, absolutely. They pulled him out of the ditch that he got stuck in.
Ah.
He was in the ditch in the last stage. So, and last one or one before? Can't remember. It was down off the side.
We lost a lot of people in that last Pepo Day stage.
Yeah, Pepo Day. Yeah, he just slid off. And
Me
so
and
they
Julie,
pulled
we
him off.
just left everyone behind. Yeah.
Daybreaker, heartbreaker. Yes, you got there.
Yeah, we finished.
Yes, exactly. You have finished. Now you've got to get to the finish control. No final stage, so it's to the finish control and champagne. Yeah, okay.
No, I figured they might.
Indeed, chances were. So that's a very relieved. Thank you for being here. Very relieved, 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆, that the final stage is not, and that they just get to cross the finish line. So there you go, Chris. Does that answer the questions of what happened at 19.5K? So it could be Chris has been pulled away into other business.
Yes, Lance, I suspect. But what a day and what a stage. That last stage, the special stage 10 Ridge Road, a real character building stage by the sound of it. You know, right from the start, we had Hayden that talked about the grip changes, but a lot of fun. And then you kind of heard Brendan talk about the loose gravel and how his road position maybe affected his time there. Everything through from Ben, you know, that he loved that downhill section, which seemed to be a common theme amongst many of the drivers attempting that stage. But also a lot of drama, a lot of tyres, a lot of punctures, a couple of slippages, you know, all of that in that last stage as they head back into Palmerston North. What was your highlight of the day, Lance?
What a fabulous question, to be fair. And you know what? I can't say you've caught me. You have genuinely caught me. I was just too busy looking at the road going, that's sweeper car. What about the others? There are quite a number I was actually looking forward to talking to. One of them being the Toyota Escort of Brian Terry, because this is a stage that was from his youth. Also Bunnythorpe's Andrew Lowe, and there are plenty others. The heartbreaker theme really is starting to stick. But anyway, you were asking me a question. My highlight, I do have a highlight. It was about 4:30 this morning, heading north towards Hunterville, and it was a convoy of cars, rally-oriented cars, and everyone was in unison, travelling at the same speed. It was poetry in motion. And to me, that was the rally community in action. It was a case of everyone knew where they were going, everyone trusted each other's driving, and you could just follow. That was fun. So 4:30 this morning, that was my highlight.
It's pretty amazing, given that we're nearly 12 hours on from that. So certainly we did break the day with the Daybreaker Rally here, powered by Brian Green Properties. And what a fantastic rally it was. You know, we've had quite a number of retirements. I think last count we had about 15 retirements, plus a number of rejoins and bits and pieces in there. But I think for me, really summed up in the words of 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆, Greg Brown, where he said it was a bloody awesome rally, and I have to agree. I think every story we've heard today, every highlight, every downlight, certainly it's been a rally of two halves by the sounds of it. So just a fantastic, great stage, and awesome to hear too that Tim has put Ridge Road in his top 3 stages. So that's high praise coming from Mr. Tim Smith. Chris,
Yes, it is.
Any
It
chance
is.
you?
I'm here.
Well, I'll let
Hello.
you guys wrap up.
Go,
We're
Lance.
on my way back to the finish, and we'll just see the final part of the rally unfold. So I'll let you do a recap, and I will depart and be in touch with you all again soon.
Cheers, Lance.
Thanks, Lance. So, Chris, we kind of got through your timing summary before, but what was your highlight of the rally today?
Well, I think I've got a couple at opposite ends of the field, to be honest. One news we've been building up through all day, and one that's kind of just happened, and that I think you can't go past the performance of young 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 to get his first podium and take on the establishment and wheel that family Skoda through to a podium position take second fastest on the power stage. I just think an overall brilliant performance by the young fella. Again, learning to drive in the dark, and still right there or thereabouts. He deserves all the kudos there. And I think at the other end of the field, I think 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 should be given an award for pulling over for Tim Smith to let the charging Magnum 8.6 burst past, and also stopping to pull him out on back on the road, forsaking her own stage times to help out a fellow competitor. I think that's pretty magnificent.
I agree, and 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 is all about having fun and just the amazing community that we have built here in the rallying community in New Zealand. 𝗥𝗱𝗍𝗆 is really the epitome of that, and supporting each other through these trials and tribulations. Particularly today with the Daybreaker Rally. I think that might be us for this afternoon. We will come back to you live from the Central Energy Trust Arena, I think, with a bit of a recap of the day and talk to the drivers after they've had their positions confirmed and won. If you are local to Palmerston North, we would love to have you here. It's free entry to come and watch that podium take place, which will start from about 5 p.m. this afternoon. However, if you do want to join us back here on Rally Radio, we will provide you updates then as well. Any final words, Chris?
No, not really. Just fantastic for the championship. We're still alive. Unfortunately, we've lost Robbie Stokes from that fight, and obviously Jack Hawkswood's business commitments down south have taken him out of the calculations. But we've got a fantastic fight on our hands with 2 rounds to go. 2 great rallies, the Bay of Plenty on the 5th of October, and then, of course, the big finish to the season, the 2-day APRC, Asia Pacific Rally Championship Incorporated event up at 𝗥𝗱𝗶𝗆 in November. So championship very much alive. Hayden Paddon's still with it all to do, and for Ben Hunt to hold him off. So if anybody can, Hayden can make up the ground, and if anybody can, Ben can probably hold him off as long as he can get that back sorted out. So, plenty to play for, and very much looking forward to a final 2 rounds of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. So see you in the Bay of Plenty.
Thanks, Chris. Yes, it'll be great to see how this championship will go. I think it will come down to the wire, but certainly it has been a fantastic event here at the Daybreaker Rally, powered by Brian Green Properties. I think I want to close with a little bit of a thank you to all of the volunteers and officials and all the marshals that have been out there today in some pretty tricky weather that allowed this event to take place. I think we had over 150 different volunteers out there across the region during the weekend. So thank you so much to everyone for allowing that to happen, and particularly to our community groups, Manchester Street School, Colleton School, and Waitona West School. We certainly appreciated your help today. And thanks also to the Rally Race Group for putting on the event today. To keep up to date with the latest and see some cool video and photos from today, look up Daybreaker Rally on Facebook page or look up Rally Race Group on Instagram. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. It's been my pleasure to bring you live updates throughout the day of this rally, but we will go back to you in the studio, Booker.
Cool, thank you. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Not a great words there, Lani, and thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Tune in again at the top of the next hour, and for more news, check our Facebook page, Rally Race Group, or website for past news bulletins.